Hello and welcome to an LSP's tutorial on queries. In this tutorial we will create a query that will return a refined result set from the database. The result set will contain only entries meeting a particular condition that will make use of a join. Also, it will be ordered according to one of the record fields. Let's take a look at our data type model. We have two shared records with a one-direction relationship. One author can have many books. We have used this model to populate a database. Let's take a look at the corresponding tables. The database contains the author table and the book table. The book table contains the foreign key column. The tables are populated with data which we will query from LSPS. Let's go back to PDS. We have also defined a global variable of type collection of authors, which we will then initialize using the query. Let's create a query. Right-click the module, go to New, and click Query Definition and confirm. In the query editor, click Add. We will use an LSPS query. You could create also a native query which would define the corresponding database command directly. Let's define the query details. Let's call it getAuthorsOf. The requested record type is author, since we want to get all authors. Let's keep single value unchecked. We want all authors who will meet our condition. And we want only distinct entries, so we don't keep the same author multiple times in the result set. Let's uncheck public, so other modules cannot use the query. The author iterator will be referred to as A. However, we want to use the author's books to define the condition, so let's define a join. The iterator for the entry in the join table will be B. Its record type is book. We want to perform an inner join on the tables since we want joined entries with both author and book values. The path expression defines how to navigate, if you will, to the book, so it will use the relationship and books. Hence we will define it as a.books. Let's define the query parameters. Genre we want to return will be the first parameter. Let's call it genre param. The ordering we want to apply will be the second parameter. Let's make it of type list of ordered enumeration. We will define the type later when defining the ordering. We still need to filter out the entries with books of other type than requested by the query parameter. So let's define a query condition. b.genre equals genre param. We have now defined a query that will return left inner join of the author table with book table, only with the entries of the requested book type and with distinct authors. If we want to join the table and filter to-dos, we could use the join to-do list options. However, our record is not related to a to-do, hence it is not applicable. We don't want to page in the query, so paging does not apply either. We want to have the result set ordered according to the author's surname. We can use either the dynamic or the static ordering. If we used static ordering, the entries would be always returned in the defined order. However, we want to sort according to a parameter which needs to be evaluated during runtime. So we need to define the ordering as dynamic ordering. Let's define the dynamic expression, which is expressed by our ordering parameter. And the ordering enumeration will be called order enumeration. Let's define the possible values of the enumeration. Surname sending with the path a.surname. It will be of ascending order, and surname descending with the same path but descending order. Now we will define the initial value of our global variable authors with the query. Let's open the variable definition, and in the initial value field we enter the query call with the required parameters. Note that the query is called just like a function. The genre function and a list of order enumeration values. In this case only one value. Let's run the model and check the variable value. Right-click the executable module and run as. Let's switch to the management perspective and take a look at our model instance and the variable value. We see that it's populated with the authors that were returned by our query. In the next tutorial we will use this query to populate a table in the form. This was a tutorial on queries and ordering in queries. Thank you very much for watching.